businesses are operating as normally as we can during these circumstances. Now, again, 2.0 is a global conglomerate. We have operations in 85 countries. Operations, the big picture, yes, businesses as usual. Let me perhaps talk about non-UAE and then UAE companies. The non-UAE ones, if we talk about Tandem, our Spanish retail platform with shops and operations in 80 countries. Tandem is operating just as fine. ISA, the company that we just signed, luxury packaging, is also, we haven't started consolidation. It services clients such as L'Oréal and LVMH, and these clients have strong resilience built in their demand. So moving to our energy platform, E.0. E.0, as you know, focuses on energy extraction via IRH, electrification via El Suwaidi in Egypt, and exchange, IRH trading. Energy via Kalyon, our Turkish investment, 2 gigawatt of clean energy, solar and wind, is doing its business as usual. The same applies to Zambia and Congo, where IRH respectively mines and extracts copper and tin. In Egypt, El Suwaidi's operations continue to be business as usual, looking at opportunities worldwide. On the IRH trading side, there are opportunities with the fluctuation of commodity prices to make some short-term gains. And that's something, again, that the team at IRH Trading do on a daily basis. So energy is good. Moving to the UAE, starting with mobility, clearly in the first few days, we've seen a little bit of softening on the public transport usage or demand, and also a lot of rescheduling for the driving lessons that EDC provides together with its subsidiaries in Dubai. These are things that are COVID has made us as a country and also as a company pretty resilient. EDC already offers most of its training sessions and driving sessions online, simulators using AI, simulation and technology. I don't believe that it's very premature in 2 weeks to talk about an impact on public mobility. The government has been so admirable in really telling us ahead of time when to expect an interception and when to stay home. And therefore, citizens or residents in Abu Dhabi are relatively continuing their lives and businesses as normally as they could. That's on the mobility front. On the media front, we did see a couple of cancellations. My media team has told me there has been media campaign cancellations. Of course, MMG is the leading outdoor advertising company in the UAE with contracts in Abu Dhabi with the municipality and in Dubai with RTA. These cancellations amount to a dollar figure of 1.2 million dirham, which is really negligible compared to our portfolio. Maybe for context, I remind you that last year we've closed the year with 7 billion in revenues and 3.6 billion in net income. So again, those numbers, one, are very small. Two, as a holding company, our job is to ensure we orchestrate how we orchestrate our subsidiaries, and we ensure we make up for any gap in any of those companies via other companies or other different business sectors that are less impacted. Beauty, of course, there was a little bit of uncertainty at the very beginning. It's a very personal choice, right? If you prioritize wellness and beauty and grooming during those times, or you prefer to stay at home. So I can say with a lot of confidence that so far, all our operations are operating business as usual. Now, talking about Reda, our food company, it's good to give you some context on the size and the scale of Reda and the importance it plays in food security for the UAE. We're so proud of the team. We're so proud of management and the team who are working non-stop to continue delivering their products. So Reda, for context, if we talk about the market share of Reda in protein and dairy, which are staples, of course, Reda has 32% market share when it comes to fresh chicken, 31% market share when it comes to dairy, 21% when it comes to eggs, 25% when it comes to edible oil, and 11% when it comes to fruits and vegetables. That's a pretty sizable portfolio. Reda has a huge responsibility to play these days. We try to support them as much as they can. But again, I'd like to mention a couple of points here. First of all, they are working closely with the government. All food imports have seen disruptions in supply chain, and we're so proud of how the government and Reda and other food companies have been coping in order to ensure there's consistency on what's available in every supermarket. And just like during COVID, we've seen a price monitoring from the government in order to ensure that the citizens or the community does not bear any cost or minimal cost for staple goods from these disruptions in supply chain. The second thing I'd like to mention is, again, COVID seems like a distant past now, but it's only been 5 years since COVID hit. And again, these companies have built the resilience that it takes to ensure food security. I remind you, the UAE is the country that ranked one consistently in terms of resilience during the pandemic. And therefore, we see our companies well prepared, the government well prepared, and also very supportive to the private sector. And together, they have ensured that citizens have everything that they need. Of course, the duration of this conflict will impact things as we go on. And the third thing I'd like to mention is that we've seen a stabilization of panic buying or overbuying from supermarket. The government has issued several messages, and I think now people understand that we have a lot of reserves and that food security is not an issue here. We hope that this unfortunate situation that we are in gets to be short-lived, and these 2 weeks, would have very little impact for the community and for the shareholders.